Now, there are characters in The Simpsons that seem to not play a huge role, but if you look closely, they portray something extraordinary that is quite fascinating in the series. For today, we'll deal with one of those characters, Lenny Leonard, whose humor has contributed greatly to the growth of the series. So, sit down and buckle up as we take you through the life of Lenny Leonard. Birth and background. Lenny Leonard was first born in Chicago before he grew up to be a war hero, a 3-time juror, and now a nuclear power plant worker. His grandmother spent 20 years in a Soviet labor camp, hinting that Lenny may have ancestors from the former Soviet Union. According to the Simpsons comics number 116, we learn that Lenny is the last surviving descendant of the Wampanoag Native American tribe. Mr. Leonard was the father of Lenny Leonard before he divorced his wife. He died while serving in the military in World War II. In the episode Mommy Dearest, Lenny had a magazine cover from the week of his birth. The headline reads, "Bloodbath in Laos." This possibly meant his date of birth could be March 1971, because on that same date, the Life magazine published on its cover photos of the Laotian Civil War. However, not much is said about Lenny's family in the series, although it was mentioned that his mother loves both Carl and Moe better than him and wished that Carl were her son. Every Valentine's Day, Lenny Leonard dates Carl Carlson's sister and Carl dates Lenny's sister. They like how they can date someone with their best friend's face. In The Burns Cage, Lenny asked for time off in order to attend his sister's funeral. It is unknown whether he referred to this character or a second unseen sister. It is also possible that Lenny was lying to get time off. One of Lenny's sisters was seen in Gorillas on the Mast with Carl and Lenny with Carl's sister on the yacht. It's unknown if it's the same sister, as they have the same face but different hairstyles and hair colors. Lenny has short, straight, dark brown hair, as well as the beard line present in only him and a few other characters. He's even gotten plastic surgery before.
Hey, where do you see Lenny? He just got back from the plastic surgeon.
Yeesh, Lenny, looks like you got the works.
Well, it started out as an eye tuck, but the stock kept going up.
His signature outfit in the series is a dark green shirt, visible purple suspenders, gray pants, and black shoes. Lenny is a Buddhist. He is also left-handed, with a psychiatric disorder that requires medication. That kind of explains his little regard for his own life. Line of work. Lenny's line of work doesn't really match his personality, especially as a man that doesn't take life seriously. Let's take you through it all. Lenny works at the Springfield Nuclear Power Plant alongside Carl Carlson and Homer Simpson. Despite his steady job, Lenny has been featured with several other jobs. On one occasion, he was promoted to the head of the power plant when Mr. Burns went bankrupt, which Smithers later described to Homer as a reign of terror. However, Lenny is once shown living in a dilapidated house and pleads with Marge to not tell anyone how he lives. He later relocated to a fancy, well-furnished modern apartment that happens to share a wall with a Jai-Alai court. According to him, he found the sound of the balls hitting the common wall soothing. Lenny has been in charge of the power plant before and has been fired at least twice. Once as a demonstration to Bart to show how he should act as his heir, and the second due to being the last one in the designated cabin in a company competition. During an employee appreciation night, he attempted to thank Mr. Burns for the great evening, but his attempt backfired due to him being drunk, which only resulted in terrifying his employer. We also get to see Lenny as an undercover agent whose target was Homer. At the Adult Education Annex, Lenny taught a class on how to chew tobacco. In one of Homer's daydreams, it's shown that Lenny became president of the United States. In Homer vs. Dignity, Homer says he is a war hero, implying military service. Lenny is also a member of the Republican Party and possesses a Dole Kemp 96 American flag tattoo. However, he seems to lean on the less extreme side of the political right, as he disliked the reactionary radicalism of Birch Barlow. Lenny is also a successful writer who wrote a series of mystery novels. One of them is The Murderer Did It. Sounds scary, right? Lenny is also shown to be a member of the NRA. His weapon of choice appeared to be an AR-15 rifle with a vertical grip. Lenny is an adept guitar player. In the That 90s Show episode, Lenny was a guitar player for his friend Homer's grunge band Sadgasm. Though only a lowly non-entity at Springfield Nuclear Power Plant, Lenny holds an exceptionally high ranking position at the local Stonecutters Lodge, 17 points above Mr. Burns. Lenny and the Simpsons. The Simpsons appeared to be fond of Lenny on a few occasions. Marge and the kids went as far as building a prayer shrine for him when they thought he had been hospitalized. In Sleeping with the Enemy, the Simpsons family has a cake inscribed "Happy Labor Day, Lenny." There has also been a dark mystery in Lenny and Marge's friendship, as Marge had a picture of Lenny in her hair in the episode Pranksta Rap. Lenny also invited his friends in Springfield to a party at his apartment after he bought a brand new plasma screen high-definition television. Homer fell in love with its HD picture and spent almost every day at Lenny's home watching HD TV. When Marge sent Bart and Lisa to bring their dad back home after seeing the TV, they too became enthralled. A few days later, Lenny couldn't deal with it anymore as he kicked Homer out of his apartment. Lenny's full name has not been treated with consistency. After years of being identified only as Lenny, Homer addressed him as Lenford in the episode The Frying Game. And Lisa addressed him as Mr. Leonard in the episode The Ziff Who Came to Dinner. This would appear to make his full name Lenford Leonard, but Bart addresses him as Lenny Lenford in the episode At Long Last Leave. Lenny and Carl. We won't really say much about Lenny's romance and bromance with Carl since we've already made a video about their relationship, so you should check it out. Lenny and Carl don't need an episode to revolve around them. Admittedly, they often have supporting roles, but always have an impact. At times, Lenny is a bit naive and turns to Carl for guidance. Other times, Carl seems fed up with having to be around Lenny, who happens to be clingy and obsessed with him. Lenny's love life. Lenny is apparently divorced. Carl says that he sang The Best Is Yet to Come at Lenny's wedding, although it was later shown that Lenny punched Carl for giving a bad speech at his wedding. Lenny is a persistent bachelor who has not been fortunate enough when it comes to building relationships with women. Lenny once shaved the legs of a woman who called him an idiot for not shaving in an upward direction. In yet another occasion, Lenny was seen in the opening scene with his arm around a woman who appears to be his girlfriend. It's revealed that he had dated a woman in a Woody Woodpecker outfit at a fairground for 3 months until she left him for the man who cleans the vomit on the roller coaster. Lenny had told Carl that he was married to a beauty queen, but it is later revealed that Lenny made his beauty queen wife up and is unmarried. It was mentioned once that Lenny dated a girl named Doreen, but decided to break up with her. He had no courage to do it, so he asked Homer to dump his girlfriend for him. According to Moe, Doreen cheated on Lenny with everyone except for him, even though Moe showered her with gifts. We also covered more about the love life of Lenny in this video. Getting hurt. There's a humorous allusion in the series that Lenny frequently hurts his eye.
Ow! Ow! My eye! I'm not supposed to get jigs in it!
In the episode Flaming Moe's, his head got set on fire while drinking beer at Moe's Tavern. In Homer at the Bat, his knee was hurt by a baseball bat. That's not even all. One time Homer punched him in the back of the head, causing him to spit out his coffee. He got stabbed in the head by a coin, and Carl removed it, making the blood flow worse. A tank ran over him in the 5th episode of the 18th season. He also got caught in a gunpowder explosion. That's too much for the poor guy. And poor Lenny has died more than twice. Lenny is killed by killer dolphins in the segment The Night of the Dolphin in the episode Treehouse of Horror 11. Snorky, king of the dolphins, organized the world's dolphins into an army to declare war on humanity. The dolphins attacked Springfield, and Lenny happened to be their first victim as they killed him during his alcohol and night swimming. Lenny also died in Treehouse of Horror 16. In the segment Heavenly Concentric Circles, Lenny died and went to his personal version of heaven. Another hilarious aspect of this death is that he saw angels in heaven take the form of Carl and hover over the clouds positioned in concentric circles that lead to a light sphere. That doesn't sound like heaven. In the future, at age 47, Lenny owned a super pet and he also got married. This also contradicts the fact that Lenny and Carl are a gay couple. At age 55, Lenny broke up with his wife. In season 23, episode 9, Lenny was 69 and he switched brains with Carl because he wanted to get back together with his wife, who was sleeping with Carl at the time, but she switched with a monkey on a Japanese game show. What's more weird about Lenny's future is that there is a fake and real one. Now, the fake one was in the second episode of the 10th season. As Homer dreamt, Lenny was shown at Homer's funeral as president, and as Homer woke up, he asked Marge not to vote for Lenny. Who knows, we might not survive with Lenny as our president. From this timeline video, you can agree with us that Lenny is an underrated character in The Simpsons. He may look funny and lack direction, but his minor appearances in some of the episodes in the series are quite outstanding. He is also a character that craved friendship and appeared lonely most of the time. He just wanted to be seen and heard, and you can do that for Lenny by just hitting the notification bell. It's simple! Like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. See you in the next video.